Good morning. I wanted to share an encouragement from God's Word found in Titus. Today we will look at verses 5 to 16 in chapter 1. The reason I left you in Crete was that you might straighten out what was left unfinished and appoint elders in every town as I directed you. An elder must be blameless, the husband of but one wife, a man whose children believe and are not open to the charge of being wild and disobedient. Since an overseer is entrusted with God's work, he must be blameless, not overbearing, not quick-tempered, not given to drunkenness, not violent, not pursuing dishonest gain. Rather, he must be hospitable, one who loves what is good, who is self-controlled, upright, holy, and disciplined. He must hold firmly to the trustworthy message as it has been taught, so that he can encourage others by sound doctrine and refute those who oppose it. For there are many rebellious people, mere talkers and deceivers, especially those of the circumcision group. They must be silenced because they are ruining whole households by teaching things they ought not to teach, and that for the sake of dishonest gain. Even one of their own prophets has said, Cretans are always liars, evil brutes, lazy gluttons. This testimony is true. Therefore, rebuke them sharply so that they will be sound in the faith and will pay no attention to Jewish myths or to the commands of those who reject the truth. To the pure, all things are pure, but to those who are corrupted and do not believe, nothing is pure. In fact, both their minds and consciences are corrupted. They claim to know God, but by their actions they deny him. They are detestable, disobedient, and unfit for doing anything good. So Paul here is, after his greeting, which we looked at last week, he is communicating to Titus, his son in the faith, his kind of mentee, what he wants him to do. He wants him to appoint elders in all these churches that they have started in this region, in Crete especially. And he's giving proper, wise instruction. This sort of sounds like the book of Proverbs in that he's giving just practical advice. An elder has to be spiritually mature. They have to display, some of these fruits of the Spirit. They shouldn't be given to drunkenness or to being to having a short temper. And then what I love about Paul, what he always does, is he connects wisdom, he connects wise living back to the gospel and back to what Christ has done. So when he's talking about the circumcision group, he's talking about a group of people that don't believe that we are saved by grace through faith. He's talking about a group of people that believed that in order to be a real Christian, a real follower of Jesus, you have to follow the Jewish laws, the Jewish customs. He calls them here Jewish myths. You have to be circumcised. You have to follow all the laws of the Old Testament. And so he's critiquing them. He's saying you've got to know your doctrine. You have to know your theology so that you can refute people when they try to take things in a different direction. And we've had church councils all through the centuries that did this. And we've had elders and pastors that do this so that they can refute, so that the faith that Jesus taught, the faith that's revealed to us in the scriptures, is passed down from generation to generation because every generation is tempted to make it about something besides the gospel, to make it about what we do, who we are, to make it about different levels of Christianity. But Paul says here in Titus, rest in the gospel, rest in what he's done with you. Don't let anybody distract you or tell you that you've got to follow these laws and follow these rules in order to make yourself good enough for Jesus. He's called you, he's chosen you, he has died for you, and he gives you his love. Sit in that today. Have a great week.